Myles Garrett trade rumors? We got to talk about this, guys. The Chicago Bears are not trading for Myles Garrett. The Cleveland Browns star pass rusher has requested to be traded, and immediately fans and even ESPN draft analyst Matt Miller suggested the Bears should be interested. Matt Miller says the Bears should offer picks number 10, number 39, and number 41 to the Browns for Myles Garrett. That's our first rounder and both second round picks. Look, I don't know how to put this more simply, but no way would I make this move. This is a move you make when you are one player away from the Super Bowl. You don't give up 3 picks in the top 50 to land a pass rusher over age 30. But those are the kind of moves that Ryan Pace and our previous GMs always made. That is not how Ryan Poles usually operates. Let me try to be as non biased as possible here. Garrett would absolutely make this defense legit instantly from the moment he stepped on the field. But losing 3 picks in the top 50 in one of the deepest D line classes I've ever studied, I do not think that would be a smart decision. That's 3 players that you would have on rookie contracts over the next 4 to 5 years, guys who could be building blocks for the next decade or longer, trading all of that away for a 30-plus-year-old pass rusher who's on the 4th year of a $125 million contract and most likely wants to rip that up and get a new extension. So then you're paying him big money for ages 33, 34, and 35 seasons? No, thank you. I'd rather have 3 top 50 picks every single day of the week. Also, think about it logically. Our biggest focus this offseason has to be on fixing the offensive line. Right now, we have plenty of resources to get that done. $70 million in cap space, 3 picks in the top 50, and 4 picks in the first 2 days of the draft, potentially getting another if Ian Cunningham takes that job in Jacksonville. But if we were to make this trade for Myles Garrett, but if for some reason we made this trade, we'd also take on his contract, which would limit what we could do in free agency. And on top of that, we'd lose all 3 of our picks in the first 2 rounds. How on earth does Ryan Poles fix the offensive line if we trade away all our picks and then pay a big chunk of our free agent money to Myles Garrett? No, thank you. But let me make a counteroffer. We would give up our second round pick, just one of them, to bring in Myles Garrett, the same compensation we offered for Montez Sweat. Not our first, not both seconds, and no way all 3 picks, but maybe one top 50 pick and even a future pick from next season. I would make that trade right now. However, I would not even remotely entertain giving away all 3 of our top 50 picks. To me, that makes absolutely no sense, and it doesn't really help this team in the long term. Myles Garrett is a difference maker, but it's time for the Bears to draft and develop our own difference makers. We're in the process of putting together the best coaching staff I've seen in a long time. Why not take advantage of that and let these coaches develop some younger players? Trading all of our picks for a guy who's probably already played his best football just doesn't fit our timeline right now. Sitting here today, we are in position to go after the biggest free agents available while also having 4 picks in the first 3 rounds. And with Jacksonville officially requesting to bring Ian Cunningham back for an interview, if he decides to take that job, that would be 5 picks in the first 3 rounds. If Ryan Poles can hit a home run this offseason, this team is ready to start winning without mortgaging our future. So to me, I get it. Myles Garrett is one of the best players in the NFL. But right now, unless the Browns were willing to trade him for much below his market value, then I don't think it's in the best interest of this team to pursue a trade. On top of that, the Browns are saying Myles Garrett is not available for trade, but you know how these things go. I've already had a ton of questions about Myles Garrett, so I wanted to get this out there for you guys. Thanks to everybody who watches. Please remember to hit that like button for me. Stay tuned, and until next time, bear down.